Yo guys, hi. It's actually been so long since I sat before a camera like this. I almost forgot how it feels to do this. But anyway, I've been doing a lot of reading recently. I've read novels. I think I'm reading my third book almost halfway through. Between May, June. Yeah. So third book. And the others were novels. So I've read Out of Breath by Rebecca Donovan. I've read The Liar by Nora Roberts. And right now I decided to shift focus a little bit, and I'm reading a self-help book, and it's called The Book of Joy. Well, just going by but judging by the title, who doesn't want joy? So this was a book that was given to me. Someone wanted me to give it as a book donation to the library that I oftenly attend. But then I was like, well, before turning it in, why don't I look at it and, see if it's something that I can work with. So at least, of course, with the permission of the other person. So this is the book that I am currently reading, and I've found that it's so much insightful, and that is why I want to share it with you. But then before I get to that, I want us to get a few things. So there are two people here. Probably the faces are familiar or not, but it's not a problem because I'm going to tell you who these people are. This person is called the Dalai Lama, and this is Desmond Tutu. He recently died in 2021. 2021, is it recent? But well, whatever. So he died in 2021. Dalai Lama, this is the title that is given to the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism. Okay, so he's the 14th in that line. His real name is Tenzin Gyatso. He's 89 years old, so very much alive. One of the things that you'll be able to realize and forms the basis of this book is in 1959, when there was a failed uprising against the Chinese, he fled into exile, and he currently lives in India in a place that is called Dharamsala. All right, so the events of this book are based on conversations that he had with this guy who is called Desmond Tutu. I'll be telling you about him also in a few. The events or the conversations that mostly are being accounted for in this book are from when they met in Dharamsala in India. This guy, the Dalai Lama, anytime he appears, because Dalai Lama is the title, so anytime his name appears in the book, there is the definite article there. So he's called the Dalai Lama, and I've told you it's because it's a title given to him. He's known worldwide as a symbol of peace, compassion, and religious harmony, and he's even known to have won the Nobel Peace Prize in the year 1989. So that tells you why he's really a person of interest. And this other person, Desmond Tutu, common knowledge, he is South African. So he was actually the first black Archbishop in Cape Town of South Africa. Just checking my notes so that I don't miss on anything. And he was prominent against the apartheid rule in South Africa during those days. And we know that apartheid was a system of segregation that existed in SA. It was really oppressive, especially to the blacks. So he's one of the people who is known, or was known because he's late, to really have fought for justice during that particular time. So like I mentioned, he's already late. He died in December of 2021. Among the reasons he was famous, apart from the apartheid, the fight for justice and against racial segregation, he was also the chair of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that aided South Africa to deal with the aftermath of the apartheid system in their country. He's also known for his global activism on human rights, things to do with LGBTQ. You can check out what he said about that, and also equality and something to do with environmental issues. At least one common thing between the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, at least both of them are advocates for things like justice, peace, reconciliation, harmony, and so that tells you why these two people are here, and probably why they are friends, and which is the basis of this particular book. So Desmond Tutu, amongst the common quotes that I like about him, I just got you three. So the first one, he says, if you're neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. So it's always good to let your opinion known, let people know on which side you stand, because if you stand neutral, you're definitely on the side of the oppressor. The second one is related to humanity, what is commonly known as Ubuntu. Okay, so he says, my humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together. So we are interdependent. Nobody can stand on their own. So what makes me human is that we are human together. So there is something that I get from you, there is something that you get from me, and when we're able to actually correlate together, then that is what makes us both human. And the third one, this is just a bonus, and it's a little bit humorous. Remember, I didn't mention that Desmond Tutu was also known for his hilarious nature, and it's said that he had a really how do I say it? He had a really unique kind of laughter, and it was known to outshine that of a hyena. I don't know, maybe that's right. So this is the bonus quote. He says, we may be surprised at the people that we'll find in heaven. God has a soft spot for sinners. His standards are really quite low. So yeah, so you can interpret that in whichever way that you want. And so I'll be talking about the third person, because there are three people mentioned here. So we have the Dalai Lama, Desmond Tutu, and we have Douglas Abrams. But then before we do that, I just want to tell you the basis of this. So these two people met in Dharamsala, and they were supposed to be celebrating. This happened a long time ago. It's not recent because this guy is dead already. And when they met, they just wanted to celebrate one of their birthdays. And so the reason as to why this book came out is because, in as much as they were meeting for one of their birthdays, they wanted this to be a gift to other people as well. So it was created as a gift for others, as a gift for me and you. So I've read it, and also I want to pass the gift to you. That is amazing, right? So together it means that we're going to be celebrating the amazing words that this book, so the book of joy, and I want us to have joy together. And so the third person is Douglas Abrams. Douglas is an editor, and he's also a literary agent who is dedicated to working with visionaries in creating wiser, healthier, and just world. So he agreed to work together with the two of them in this project of giving this gift to other people like you and I. And during that course of period, that was a week, he was just basically interviewing Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, majorly about their friendship, some of the common beliefs, and generally, what is it that creates human joy? And that is what we are interested to know. And so he was able to actually weave their voices together and add his own insights, and that is why we have this amazing book. So I'm so excited to do this, and the first part of the insight that I'll be sharing is about the difference between joy and happiness. So that will be the first in this particular series that I'll be looking at. You don't want to miss this, so I'll be looking forward to this, doing this guide for you guys, sharing also my insight on what I was able to learn, and I'm hoping that you can actually seek true joy together. Maybe before I go, I just want to tell you something interesting that they say here. Of course, we know that these are opinionated. What the two of them have been able to learn through the course of their life, through their experiences. So these are two friends just bound together by certain beliefs, but they're also different in terms of maybe their religious faith, because we know Archbishop is Christian and the other one is Buddhist. So let's see. So this is what they have to say about what they have here throughout this book. It says, you don't need to believe us. Indeed, and nothing we say should be taken as an article of faith. We are sharing what two friends from very different worlds have witnessed and learned in our long lives. We hope you will discover whether what is included here is true by applying it in your own life. Every day is a new opportunity to begin. Every day is your birthday. May this book be a blessing for all sentient beings and for all God's children, including you. Tenzin Gyatso, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Emeritus of Southern Africa. So this is Beautiful. I highlighted it because, well, so you take what you want to believe, and the best way to know if it works is actually make it practical, right? So you don't have to believe what we'll be learning here, just sharing. So take what will work. But I promise you, my perspective personally has really shifted somehow, and I'm sure that it's gonna work wonders for you. So I want you to go through this book, and I want you to read it through me, if that makes sense. So I'll see you in my first video. It's bye for now.